When we hear of the word potential, what comes to our mind? Okay. Some years back, when I was in primary school, so there is this man who was literally mad. One time I saw this man stripped himself naked and walking on the street in broad daylight. And this man was in his 40s. And fortunately, a priest took this man to live in the church premises and perhaps keep the compound clean. And one day, miraculously, this man regained his sanity and decided to go back to school. And people said it's not possible, that at what age he doesn't have the ability, he cannot retain anything at that age. But this man did not listen to these naysayers. Rather, he continued with his decision. He enrolled in an evening session, went to Form 3, or he started in Form 3, progressively went to Form 5, had 6 papers in the GCE ordinary level, continued to upper sixth, had 3 papers in the advanced GCE advanced level, and he continued and read law in the university, and today he is a lawyer. And when he's going to court to defend his clients, those naysayers are running to watch him do it. Now, this is my point. Each and every one of us have potential. We have ability. We have power within us. We have great talents. We have great intellectual prowess. We have great business ideas. And the Bible validates this by saying, now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than we ever think or ask, according to the power that is within us. Ephesians 3:20. In other words, we have power within us to do whatsoever thing we desire to do. Now quickly, what's the meaning of potential? Potential originated from a Latin word, potent, which means being able, and potentia, which means capacity, ability, power. And so if we synchronize these two, potential simply means having the ability, having the capacity, having the power. And the Bible says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. In other words, we have the power, we have the strength to do whatsoever thing we want. Now quickly, what are the avenues through which we develop this potential and keep them alive? Number one, by developing our minds through reading of books. Our mind is the powerhouse of potential. It is where ideas resonate and possibilities emerge. It is the chantier of thoughts. One time I went for night vigil and we closed a little bit late, and so I couldn't go back to my house because of insecurity. And out of generosity, a brother in church granted me the opportunity to spend the night in his house. And when I got to his house, fortunately, I stumbled on a book written by Mommy Faith Oyedepo. I decided I must finish that book before I sleep. I read the book until I slept off. So we must develop our minds through reading. Number two, we must choose our friends. Who are our friends? Are they helping us to grow? Are they helping us to grow mentally, or are they downsizing us or distracting us? I discovered I love speaking, and so I joined a speaking school, Podium Dynamics Academy, where I meet people who motivate me and hone out that speaking skill in me. Number 3, we must choose progress over perfection. That great business idea does not need to be explosive at the beginning. That great talent inherent in us does not need to be well polished before we begin or before we start. But over time, we get better. One time when I was in school, I was supposed to write a defense. And for 5 days, I couldn't sleep. My mind went blank. I was scared to death. I was thinking, how am I going to approach my audience? Today, that fear is disappearing gradually. Now, this is the watchword. Step out. For that great idea, for that talent to find expression and see the light of the day, we must step out. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a great human rights activist, said, you don't need to see the whole staircase before you take a step. Just take a step. 2015, I got tired of the predicament and I decided to step out. I told my dad I'm going to look for a job in the economic capital of Cameroon. He said, but you don't know anybody there. I said, it doesn't really matter. And the day I was supposed to come, it rained cats and dogs, but that couldn't stop me. I journeyed under the rain, and when I got there, I moved forward. I began distributing my CV. And when I got to the third company, that was on a Saturday, the 15th of September 2015, they said I can start work on Monday, the 17th of September 2015. Dr. Miles Monroe said something which I totally agree with him. He said, if you don't attempt to do something, you don't attract God. In other words, let's step out and God will respond. Let's develop this potential and keep them alive through these 3 avenues. Number 1, by tirelessly developing our mind through reading of books. Number 2, by choosing our friends. Number 3, by choosing progress over perfection. And step out without wasting time. And I bet us, like a dream of the night, we will see the light at the end of the tunnel and we'll be happy that we actually did step out. It was a pleasing pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much and God bless you.